Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2023 general reading. We are looking at the first half of December from the 1st to the 15th, and this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. I hope everyone's well. Thanks for being here, for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, especially hitting that like button. It really does kind of help move the channel along. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, who refer and recommend, my gratitude and thanks always. Thank you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are cross-watching for a Cancerian, this is also a video for you. General readings may resonate a little differently for everyone, so if you know any or all of your other signs, watch those videos as well. Additional insight and perspective, right? If something really does resonate with you and you want to take a deeper look at it, or if you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking the title or description of this video. You'll see that there. Personal readings do make great gifts for people. They are personal and they're easy to give, especially during this holiday season when we're so overwhelmed with everything else going on, right? They make great holiday gifts, or gifts at any time of the year really, but especially during the holiday season. Anyway, email me. I can usually respond the same day with more information about what I offer, which is a pretty wide variety of reading choices in all areas of life, of all different types and lengths and styles and budgets. There's something in there for everyone. Also particularly popular at this time of the year are the 6 and 12 month overviews I do, which give you a sneak peek, at 6 or 12 months ahead, which a lot of people like to do at the end of the year as we're transitioning into a new year. So something to keep in mind as well. And I do readings full time. It's all that I do. So scheduling of personal readings is done in a fairly timely fashion too, if that's important to you. So I'd love to hear from you. All right, Cancer, let's see what the first half of December looks like for you. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. And we begin with the Five of Cups. A little loss, a little grief, maybe some regret. This person is focused on 3 cups, which are shattered. What they represent, typically can't be gotten back. However, there are still 2 cups upright and full, representing things that you still have in your life to be blessed and grateful for. It also represents opportunities, and you might miss those opportunities if you're only focused on what went before or what no longer is. With that, we have the Priestess, the High Priestess, which is a card of intuition, trusting your intuition and your knowledge. It also might be paired with that 5 of Cups, Cancer, which is kind of similar to Leo's. I think I often plug in psychically to a group of Cancer Leo cuspers, because this is a little bit similar to a message in theirs. It might be too with this combination of cards, Cancer, that you kind of knew it was going to turn out that way, or that there was a pretty good chance of it turning out that way because maybe you just kept doing the same thing over and over again, right? But there is a sense of intuitive knowing with the High Priestess, paying attention to your intuition, which some people call higher self, some people call it gut instinct. It's that connection we have to divine by which we feel like bits of knowledge, or you just kind of know something, or you feel compelled one way versus another way. That's our intuition. It also may be for some of you, actually for all of you, whatever it is that represents the loss or grief, this is something you needed to show you something or set you on a new path. Next, we have the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Fire, fast action, movement, travel. Some of you may be traveling. It may be Cupid's arrows for some of you. This is a very fast-moving, swift, powerful card. Something is moving forward very quickly. It's also the traditional travel card, or Cupid's arrows. Conversations. It's like, wow. With that 8 of Wands, we have the Knight of Coins. A little bit of a different energy. I mean, knights always represent offers and opportunities for change, so there's definitely an offer coming in. It looks like a good solid offer because the Knight of Coins or Pentacles is the Knight of Earth, which is a solid, stable, sure thing. This Knight of Coins always delivers. It might be a job or job opportunity or any kind of offer or opportunity that looks really solid. It may be here too that you're kind of in, in this kind of in between space of going, do I rush forward to do it, or do I take my time to do it? There's an offer opportunity coming in quite quickly, and it looks solid. It looks pretty concrete. Because the Knight of Coins, or Earth, brings stability, security, again, a sure thing. He always crosses the finish line. All right, next we have, the Empress, a card of abundance, the divine feminine, fertility, conception, pregnancy. It might be that for some of you, literal conception and pregnancy. Now is the time to start new things. It's a good sign for that. It also may represent, for those of you who are female, that this is how you're being viewed, beautiful, sensual, feminine, abundant, maybe how somebody's viewing you. This is also a card about self-care and self-love, or being cared for and nurtured, perhaps even in a somewhat indulgent way. It's a good card of abundance because she's surrounded by the lovely fruits of a beautiful harvest. She's very well taken care of. With, the Ace of Cups. So aces, of course, are the number one, so they represent a new start or the opportunity for a new path. This is the Ace of Cups, or water, which governs our heart space. It might be new love and romance for some of you, keeping the heart open, the heart beginning to open up again, and that could be self-love as well. I mean, the energy of the Suit of Cups is the energy of water, of emotion. And the Ace of Cups wants to grow to be the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate fulfillment of that emotion, like the happy home or happily ever after energy. So the Ace of Cups holds the potential of emotional fulfillment, whether that's in relationship, whether it's in other, just kind of like your life in general, in job, feeling really good about yourself. Some of you are meeting somebody new. I mean, those of you that are, well, you are. Some of you are meeting somebody new. There's new love and romance here, and it's somebody who just thinks you're the bee's knees. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for you, Cancer, for the first half of December is the Magician. Beautiful, because Magician, what a powerful card. 3 major arcana cards here, so pretty significant time. So the Magician is the overall energy. There's also advice in this card as well. The Magician is somebody who's worked long and hard. He started off as some lowly kid or apprentice who didn't know anything, right? And through a long road of work and effort and trial and error and learning and growing and succeeding and failing and triumphing and defeat, he's now reached a point, or she is now reached a point where they know how to manifest. The Magician knows how to make what he thinks in his head and in his heart manifest into physical reality by by utilizing all of his knowledge, wisdom, experience, resources. In some decks, he's seen as juggling each of the 4 symbols from each of the 4 suits. And the symbols, each of the 4 suits, have their own energy. There's fire and creativity and passion. There's emotion and sensitivity. There's intellect and ideas and truth and justice. There's, practical energies, earth, solid, capable, resourceful. He's gotten to a place where he knows how to pull, combine all of those energies together and do all of the work to make something actually happen. And this is also a good sign, Cancer, that you have everything in you to manifest what you want. Even though there has been some loss here, it feels like it's meant to teach you something. And I think you know that. Let's take a look at the Magician. The 8 of Cups and the Chariot. The Chariot is a good pairing with the Magician because the Chariot is a card of winning through sheer perseverance, determination, and willpower. No matter how many times you fail before you actually win, it's about getting back up again and dragging yourself forward. That's where winning comes from. Success sometimes comes from just refusing to give up. You will succeed. And it's also about pulling together a bunch of different things. The chariot, the creatures operating the chariot, you have to harness everything together and get it to go in one direction in order to achieve your goals. And so it's about staying focused on that. You have everything in you to manifest what you want. 8 of Cups, but it does mean leaving behind that which so far hasn't or isn't working for you. Right? Because the 8 of Cups, the card after this, of course, would be the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Your wish is granted, getting everything you want, more than what you want, right? But in the preceding card here, you have to leave something else that you've been involved with in order to do that, which is probably something that hasn't worked out, which is probably this Five of Cups, sorrow, regret, loss. Let's take a look at that. Temperance and the Tower, right? So major arcana cards are divine timing, God, spirit, angels, and guides. The Tower can represent something that didn't work, something that ended, something that got shaken up, broken down, but it's divine timing and orchestration. Why? Because of the Temperance card here. Temperance is about balancing. Temperance is about staying in the middle. Temperance is about setting boundaries, being fluid, in the middle of that seesaw or teeter-totter. We can't control the outside arms. They represent things we can't control. Other people, places, situations, sometimes our own emotions, right? If we leave our center and get pulled into all this other stuff, that's where we lose our balance. Staying in the middle means that you do have to adapt and adjust and be somewhat fluid, but it also means having boundaries so you can keep that center and not lose your balance, right? And that's a very healing thing. It's neither too much of one nor too much of the other. It's moderation. Something happened. This thing didn't work out, and I feel like Spirit is like, look, it wasn't meant to be part of your karmic past moving forward. Maybe you had an opportunity to do this, but you didn't. So we came in and did it for you, basically, in order to bring an opportunity for a new path of healing and peace here. With the High Priestess, I think you know that too. I think maybe underneath whatever the sorrow or pain or whatever intensity it is, you knew that. Let's take a look at that Priestess. Yeah, the Star and the Six of Swords. The Star comes after the tarot comes after the Tower chronologically in the tarot. After the rubble is cleared away and all the smoke clears, the Star comes to renew, restore, hope, faith, and optimism. It says, look, the path that you're on doesn't matter if you can see more than 2 steps ahead or not. The path you're on is the right one. It leads to joy and fulfillment for you. You have to trust. It's a path of healing, leaving the worst behind you and moving forward. And again, clarifying the High Priestess, I think this is something that you already know in your heart of hearts. But then from here on out, it's like beautiful, right? 8 of Wands, Knight of Coins. Let's take a look at that. The Hanged Man and the 4 of Swords. Interesting cards to clarify our 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands is about powerful movement forward, travel, action, Cupid's arrows, but it is also with this Knight of Coins, which is a slower, steady, cautious energy. I feel like there's a new something coming in, a new something, situation, job, person, something coming in, and you're kind of wavering in between. You're like, so this just ended, or this just isn't working out, and I know I need to walk away from this or walk away from my attachment for it. There's this new thing, but I'm hesitant. I think some of you may be like, I don't want to make the same mistake again. What should I do? I feel like some of you are kind of like, I don't know, should I wait? Should I move forward on this? Yeah, the Hermit and the Fool. This is temperance too. This is balance and moderation too, because we have the Hermit who has learned a lot. He or she has a lot of wisdom and insight because of the long life behind them, right? They know how to be patient. They know how to, that this too shall pass. They know all kinds of things because we associate that wisdom with the older people. But then we have the Fool, who's just happy-go-lucky, childlike, off on new adventures, and doesn't even know where they're going to go. He's just off on a new adventure, stepping out of your comfort zone, taking a risk, taking a step, taking a leap of faith, right? Being open to new things, to new adventures, maybe doing something, taking a new job, or starting to get to know somebody new that's totally different than, or maybe in a different place or a different country or a different whatever, something different about it, right? This is about striking a balance between the two of those things. This is about staying open to a new path and a new adventure and moving forward on that new path and new adventure, but do it carrying the wisdom and knowledge of the experiences you've already had, meaning learning your lessons and applying those lessons moving forward, but still keeping, some of that childlike enthusiasm and excitement over a brand new path, a brand new adventure. Let's take a look at the Empress and the Ace of Cups. It means, yes, go off on a brand new adventure with the Fool. Try this new thing, this new person, this new job. Do that. Just charge off and go do it. But make sure you pack a suitcase and take your passport and, all that kind of stuff, right? All right, Empress and the Ace of Cups. Almost. We have the Sun. What a beautiful card for the Empress, and the Three of Pentacles. Working together to build something in common agreement. Working together to build something long-lasting, stable, right? Sharing the same traditions, values, protocols. Working together to do that, to build something solid, stable. Sometimes the Three of Pentacles can be marriage as well. The Sun, light, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, all the pressures being uplifted and released. For those of you leaving or ending some not great or a work environment or job or something where you left it voluntarily or you didn't leave it voluntarily or something, this is like taking a new job or a new path, a new project that you might be kind of hesitant about because you don't know about it, but it turning out to be like the best thing you've ever done. If it's a new person that you're meeting in terms of the love and romance thing, or even just a new partnership or collaboration coming together, whether it's, there's a romantic element to it or not, it feels like you're going from that and you're kind of like a bit, maybe a bit scarred, a bit, once burned, twice shy kind of energy, but it's like you walked into the sunshine out of a thunderstorm. It's beautiful energy. Let's take a look at this Ace of Cups. It's the beginning of a path to emotional fulfillment. Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirit, best friends. But I have to tell you too, outside of the obvious romantic viewpoint of this can also represent a collaboration between kindred spirits and best friends, people who are like-minded, right, without the romantic aspect. But for some of you, it's, maybe a lot of you, it's like meeting that person. They're actually showing up as a specific person here. The King of Swords, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, showing up as a male, could be female as well. The King of Air, of intellect, right? And the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, getting everything you want. Your wish is granted. Your cups overflowing with abundance. Lord, this reading, Cancer, it's like you start off and these hasn't worked and you kind of knew it wouldn't, but still it's maybe kind of very disappointing or even heartbreaking to some of you, and there's something new coming in and you're like, I don't know, I don't know, and then so maybe you take a baby step towards it, and it just, again, it's like coming out of some dark, thunderstormy, rainy, I don't know what's going on, and kind of place, and all of a sudden somebody opens the door and you walk out into a beautiful valley full of sunshine. That's how the progression of this reading feels. And I mean, I only look at basically a 2-week period of time, but it looks quite lovely, and it looks quite clear where Spirit's guiding you. But free will. Any advice, guidance, feedback, messages from Spirit for Cancer for the first half of December? Knight of Cups, Knight of Love, Knight of Emotion, offers and opportunities here. Take the offer. Whether it's romantic, whether it's otherwise, take it. It's driven by love, support, encouragement. Here's the Empress again. To honor your own value. The Eight of Wands again. The sooner the better. This is moving forward powerfully, swiftly. The Ten of Pentacles, long-term security and stability. Financial, material, emotional, maybe a combination of all of those. Long-term security and stability means finally you can rest. You don't have to worry about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. The Ten of Swords with that, but you also have to, and this is more in the beginning of this than anything else, you also have to come to a perhaps somewhat challenging or painful realization that something hasn't worked out. It wasn't meant for you. You may have wanted it to, you may have tried over and over and over again, but it's just not. So you have to leave that behind and to move into this new energy. And it feels like Spirit actually wants you to make this transition pretty quickly. So okay, I'm going to leave it there. Cancer, those are your messages for the first half of December 2023. I hope you enjoyed them, found them helpful, useful. If they did resonate with you, or if you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, myself, for yourself, or as a gift for someone else, please email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the title or description of this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe. Hope to see you back here again very soon. Bye-bye.